So, good morning. First year Bcom Computer Applications, Semester 1, FIT Fundamentals of Information Technology, UNIT-1, Block Diagram of a Computer, or a Structure of a Computer, or Architecture of a Computer, or Working of a Computer, how a computer works. We discuss all these things today. So, my name is Y.V. Ramarao, lecturer in Computer Applications, Government Degree College, Hyderabad. So this is a compulsory essay type question which is coming from first unit. So this is the block diagram of a computer. So a digital computer is considered to be a calculating device that can perform arithmetic operations at an enormous speed. It is defined as a device that operates upon information and data. To be able to process data, the computer is made of various functional units to perform its specified task. So this is the block diagram of a computer, or an architecture of a computer, or a working of a computer. So this is the main different parts of a computer contains different devices or different units like data input unit, output unit, a central processing unit, or CPU. Again, CPU contains various parts or components like storage unit, secondary storage, primary storage, control unit, arithmetic and logic unit, ALU, and data flows, control flows. There are many different terms are used here. So we discuss one by one. So what is input unit? So the first part is input unit. What is input unit? So computers need to receive data and instructions in order to solve any problem. Therefore, we need to input the data and instructions into the computer. The input unit consists of one or more input devices. So keyboard is the one of the most commonly used input device. Other commonly used input devices are mouse, scanner, microphone, etc. All the input devices perform the following functions: accept the data and instructions from the outside world, convert it into a form that the computer can understand, supply the converted data to the computer system for further processing. So, as we seen in this diagram, that block diagram contains mainly three components or three parts or components. First one is input unit, second one is a central processing unit or CPU, third one is output unit. So what is the role of input units in the block diagram? So generally input units are used to accept or input the data from the users to execute them or to process them while writing some programs or applications. And generally mainly computers are used to solve a given problem. Which type of problem means any type of problem like mathematical problem, numerical problem, some logical problems, anything. So to solve these problems, first of all we need input units. Input units contains many type of hardware components like keyboards, mouses, scanners, and microphones, etc. So by using all these input units, we may simply accept or input the data or information and convert this data or information into a digital format. Digital format means why? Because digital format generally computers can understood only the data or information in the form of binary language or in the form of machine language only, so that we convert the data into a machine readable form or machine understandable form. So later and then send it to the data or information to the CPU or processing unit, and the CPU or processor will execute and process the data or information and generate some outputs and our results. And again, by using output devices or output units, the data or information is sent back to output devices like monitors, printers, like that. So this is the basic working of input units, or basic role of input units and input devices. So next part is storage unit. What is storage unit? Here you seen in this diagram, central processing unit. Central processing unit contains various other parts like storage unit and control unit and arithmetic and logical or logic unit, ALU. So what is CPU contains? CPU means a central processing unit. Generally it contains many parts like processors and storage unit or storage memory unit or storage unit. Again, memories are different types like secondary storage, primary storages, like that. And control unit, CU, it is called as a CU or a control unit. And last one is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. ALU means arithmetic and logic unit. So next, here the topic is storage unit. So what is storage unit? It is also called as a memory of a computer. Memory of a computer. And what are the different sizes of memory, how the memory is represented in computers, and what are the what type of memories are used, required, like that. So the storage unit of a computer holds data and instruction that are entered through the input unit before they are processed. So before starting processing, what is processing? Processing means doing some calculations. Processing means doing some calculations. So before starting some calculations or processing, the computer needs to store the data and information on it. So the storage unit of a computer holds data and instructions that are entered through the input unit before they are processed. It preserves the intermediate and final results before these are sent to the output devices. So generally, storage unit holds storage unit means nothing but it is a memory. Storage unit or memory holds the intermediate results, means the calculations are temporary values or some values, doing some calculations or doing some calculations while running some expressions, like that. Intermediate values for temporary purpose. It also saves the data for the later use, means we can also storage unit and memory also stores the final results of the expressions or final results of the these calculations for later use or later purpose. The various storage devices of a computer system are divided into two categories of primary storage and secondary storage. So again, primary storage unit or memories are of two types. First one is primary storage or primary memory. Second one is secondary storage or secondary memory. So there are various storage devices of a computer system are divided into two categories. So the storage unit or memories. The storage unit or memories are of two types. First one is primary storage and secondary storage. Second one is secondary storage. So what is a primary storage? Stores and provides very fast. This memory is generally used to hold the programs being currently executed by the computer. The data being received from the input unit, the intermediate and final results of the program. The primary memory is temporary in nature. The data is lost when the computer is switched off. In order to store the data permanently, the data has to be transferred from the to the secondary memory. The cost of the primary memory is more compared to the secondary storage. Therefore, most computers have limited primary storage capacity. So, what is primary memory? Primary memory is a main memory. It is also called as a main memory of a computer. It is also called as a main memory or memory of a computer generally, and it is very high speed memory, dynamic memory and high speed memory. Generally, primary memory is used to store the programs, softwares, and applications being currently executed. Means currently running all the currently running and executed programs and applications are being stored at main memory or primary memory. So generally the data and it also holds the data or information received from the input units. అంటే మనము ఇన్పుట్ యూనిట్స్ నుంచి మనం ఎంటర్ చేసిన డేటా లేదా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అనేది కూడా ఈ ప్రైమరీ మెమరీలోనే స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. సో అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో యూజ్డ్ టు హోల్డ్ ద intermediate and final results of a program, and it is a temporary in nature. Means the primary memory is a temporary. It is also called as a volatile memory. It is so that it is also called as a volatile memory. Primary memory is a temporary memory because when we switch off the computer or power goes, the data or information, the applications, the programs stored in the primary memory are automatically erased or deleted whenever the power supply is gone, so that it is called as a temporary memory or a volatile memory. So to save the data or information or programs permanently, we need to copy or move the data programs to the secondary memory. And generally the primary cost of the primary memory is very high, and they are very speed in nature. They are very speed, so that the primary memories are very high and high speed. They have high speed memories and high cost memories, so that we may use we require some limited primary memory in the computer. Secondary memory. So what is secondary memory? Secondary memory or storage is used like an archive. It stores several programs, documents, databases. The programs that you run on the computer are first transferred to the primary memory before it is actually run. Whenever the results are saved, again they get stored in the secondary memory. The secondary memory is slower, cheaper than primary memory. Some of the commonly used secondary memory devices are hard disks, CDs, etc. So secondary memory is another type of memory is called as secondary memory or auxiliary memories. So what are the auxiliary or secondary memories? Means these memories are very is a little bit slower memories compared with primary memories, and low cost memories, and high capacity or high storage capacity memories. So before going to so if you want to store any programs or any applications or any programs data permanently, you need to store them in a secondary storage or a secondary memory. So whenever we start a program or whenever you run a program, first of all these programs are moved into primary memory and they are executed or run. After that, is there any results or outputs are there? Then again the results and outputs are transferred to the secondary memories. So these are the slower memories, low cost memories. Examples are hard disk, CDs, like that. So memory size. So what is how to represent memories or how to represent computer memories? Generally, all computer memories are represented. Generally, these are represented the data or information. So all digital computers use the binary system, that is 0 and 1s. Each character or a number is represented by an 8-bit code. The set of 8-bit is called as a byte. A character occupies 1 byte space. A numeric occupies 2 byte space. Byte is the space occupied in the memory. The size of the primary memory is specified in KB, kilobytes, or MB, megabytes. 1 KB is equals to 1024 bytes, and 1 MB is equals to 1000 KB. The size of primary storage is a typical PC usually starts with 16 MB. PCs having 32, 40, like that. So how to represent memories, or how to measure the memories, computer memories means Generally, memories the computer can store or use only zeros and ones. Zeros and ones. They are called as bits. They are called as bits. What is a bit? Bit is nothing but it is a binary digit. Bit means a binary digit, either 0 or 1. Why? Because we may use 0 and 1 means digital computers or digital computers can have only two can have only some circuits, means they can be built with some electrical, electronic and mechanical devices, and all circuits can hold only two parts, two stages. First one is called as the current is while the current is passed and current is on and current is off. While the current is on, it is represented as 0, whereas while the current is not passed or it is not on, it is represented as 1. So that it is so in that way the data and information is represented by using zeros and ones or binary digits or binary system. So each character or a number is represented by an 8-bit code. Each character or a number is represented by a so generally all characters and numbers, special symbols, while you enter at a keyboard are converted into an binary number system. So it is generally a 8-bit code. It is a 8-bit code. So uh, another term we regularly use it is byte, B-Y-T-E. What is a byte? A byte is a collection of 8 bits. Generally all characters and digits, special symbols are represented with a byte. So 1 byte is equals to 8 bits. 8 bits. A bit is means either 0 or 1. So generally all characters occupies 1 byte of information, and all numeric values are occupies 2 bits of information. Generally the size of the primary memory is represented in kilobytes. What is KB or kilobyte means 1024 bytes. Similarly megabytes, MB means it is 1024 kilobytes, and like that. So the primary storage or internal storage of a computer is generally represented with so the memory size is measured in kilobytes KB, megabytes MB, like that, gigabyte GB, like that. Next is output unit. What is output unit? Output unit of a computer provides the information and results of a computation to outside world. Printers, visual display unit or VDUs are commonly used output devices. Other commonly used output devices are speakers, headphones, projectors, like that. So what is the output unit? Output units are generally used to show or display the results of a computing or a results of a computer to a printer or video or a screen. Mm, Examples of output units are speakers, headphones, projectors, like that. So next is arithmetic and logic unit, ALU. Next term is arithmetic and logic unit. What is arithmetic and logic unit, and what is the purpose of using it, and what are the advantages or features means. All calculations are performed in the arithmetic logic unit of a computer. It also does comparison and takes addition. The ALU can perform basic operations such as addition, subtractions, multiplication, division, etc. And does logical operation or logic operations like greater than, less than, equals to, greater than or equals to, not equals to, like that. Whenever calculations are required, the control unit transfers the data from the storage unit to ALU. Once the computations are done, the results are transferred to the storage unit by the control unit, and then it is sent to the output unit for displaying results. So, what is arithmetic and logic unit? ALU means ALU is the one of the unit. ALU is the one of the unit of a central processing unit or CPU. ALU contains three parts. First one is arithmetic operations. Second one is logical operations. Third one is control unit. So arithmetic operations means, what are arithmetic operations? Means like doing some additions, subtractions, multiplications, divisions, like that. Logical unit means compare. Logical unit means comparisons, doing some comparisons like less than, greater than, equals to, not equals to, like that. And control unit, what is another unit is called as so ALU is the main part. So while doing or executing some calculations, the input values are transferred from the memory to the ALU, and in the ALU all the calculations are done. After completion of the calculations, again the results are sent back to the memory of a computer, and these results are temporary values, or intermediate values are again stored in the memory of a computer. So this is the working of a ALU, means arithmetic and logic unit. Next control is another control of CPU or control unit is another control is central processing unit is control unit. So control, what is control unit? It controls all other units in the computer. The control unit instructs the input unit where to store the data after receiving it from the user. It controls the flow of data and instructions from the storage unit to ALU. It also controls the flow of results from ALU to the storage unit. The control unit is generally referred to as central nervous system of the computer. It controls and synchronizes its working. So control unit is the main unit of a central processing unit, and it controls the overall operation. It controls the overall operation of a control, means overall monitoring of the system, and interacting or interfacing toward more say components of the hardware components of the system, like that. And it controls and it instructs the input units, and it guides the input unit, and where to receive data from them, and where to store it in the memory. And after processing the data or information, and again it sends the data or information to the appropriate output devices, like that. So it controls the overall unit, and it controls the memory system, and it controls the processor, and it controls all input output devices connected to it. And it generally it is called as a nervous of a central nervous system. So control unit is nothing but it is also called as a central nervous system of a computer. So central processing unit, another processing. So the first component is input unit. So another term regularly or frequently term used is central processing unit. What is central processing unit? So the control unit and arithmetic logic unit of a computer are together are known as the central processing unit. The CPU is like brain, performs the following instructions. It performs all the calculations. It takes all decisions. It controls all units of the computer. Central processing unit, the control unit and arithmetic unit both together is called as a central processing unit or a CPU. Generally, the central processing unit or CPU contains a processor and control unit CU and arithmetic and logic unit ALU of a computer. The CPU is the brain of a computer. Generally, it is called as the brain of a computer. It performs all the operations, following operations like performing or doing calculations and doing taking all decisions, and controls all the units of the computer like memory unit, input output unit, and others. So types of computers, what are the different types of computers are available, and what are their features, and what are their applications, like that. So computers can be broadly classified by their speed and computing power. Generally they are called as PC or personal computer workstations, mini computers, mainframe computers, supercomputers like that. So PC or a personal computer means it is a single user computer system having moderately powerful microprocessor. Workstation means it is also a single user computer system which is similar to a personal computer but have more powerful microprocessors. Mini computer, it is a multi-user computer system which is capable of supporting hundreds of users simultaneously. Mainframes, it is a multi-user computer system which is capable of supporting hundreds of users simultaneously. Software technology is different from microcomputer. And supercomputer, it is an extremely fast computer which can execute hundreds of millions of instructions per second. So there are different types of computers: PC or personal computer, workstations, mini computers, mainframe computers, supercomputers, like that. So generally PC, our home-based computers are called as a PC or personal computers. These are a single-user computer systems having only one processor, and it is a powerful processor, using powerful processor. And workstations are generally used at client server technologies or server networks systems. Mini computer is also almost it is equals to a PC, but it supports multi-user computer system. Multi-user means more than one user can operate at the same computer at the same time. And mainframes, what is a mainframe? Mainframe is a multi-user computer system. It is also a multi-user computer system capable of supporting hundreds of thousands and hundreds of users simultaneously. And supercomputer, it is a specially designed computer, extremely fast, very fast computers. Mainframe and supercomputers are very fast computers. They are used for specific or special purposes, and they are having thousands and thousands of users, and they are having some hundreds of processing units, and they are having high memory capacities and storage units, and they are having many they support many type of technologies, softwares, like that. And they are generally they are very high cost memories, high cost computers, and occupies very large space, and supports thousands and millions of instructions, millions of users, thousands and millions, lakhs of users, and executes millions and trillions of instructions per second. So PC, so what is a PC? PC is nothing but a personal computer. It is a small, relatively inexpensive computer designed for an individual user. PCs are based on microprocessor technology that enables manufacturers to put an entire CPU on the chip. Business user business use personal computers for word processing, accounting, desktop publishing, and for running spreadsheets and database management applications. At home, the most popular use for personal computers is playing games and surfing internet. Although personal computers are designed as a single user system, these systems are normally linked together to form a network. In terms of power, nowadays high-end models of the percentage and power offers. So PC means a personal computers. It is a home-based computer. It is a single user system, and home-based system. It is used to execute all the applications, home-based applications, and they are very cheap in cost, and they are also high. Uses a single microprocessor and runs very fast, and they have sufficient memory, storage units, and CPUs, and all the CPU components are placed at one CPU or one chip, one board, so that it is called as a personal computer. And generally these PCs are used to do some word processing softwares like MS Word, and accounting softwares, and desktop publishing, and running spreadsheet applications and database applications like MS Office, MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint at the home and office purposes. So generally these are also used for playing games and doing some setting on internet, like that. And these are a single user systems. Generally these are a single user systems, and generally these are used to connect to a network, and these are used with my Windows and Macintosh and other types of systems, and they are low-end workstations used to connect to any networks. Examples are Dell systems, like HP systems, like that. So workstation, what is a workstation? Workstation is nothing but client systems. Workstations are used to connect to a network while using a client server environment. So workstation is a computer used for engaging applications like CAD CAM, desktop publishing, software development, and other such types of applications will require moderate amount of computing power and relatively high quality graphic capabilities. Workstations generally come with large high resolution graphic screen, large amount of RAM, inbuilt network support, and a graphical user interface. Most workstations also have a mass storage devices such as disk drives, a special type of and other disk drives. The common operating systems used for workstations are Unix, Windows NT, like PCs, like that. So, what are workstations? Workstations are generally used for client systems, used for client-based systems, used to connect to a network by using some client server environment. So generally these are having high resolution or graphic interfaces, and having high memory and high storage capacities, and very high speeds, like processing speeds, and these are used to publish some desktop publishing, and used for graphic applications, like that. And these are very high graphic they have very high resolution graphic screens, large amount of RAM and memories, and inbuilt network supports, means automatically connected to a network without any settings, like that. So generally these workstations are used to connect to a network for using workstation Windows and Linux and other PCs, like that. So this is the diagram for how a workstation is connected to a network. So next type of computer is mini computer. So what is a mini computer? It is a mid-sized multi-processing system capable of supporting up to 250 users simultaneously. So mini computers have more capabilities and more capacities compared with PCs or personal computers. Generally, they are used to support, or they are used to work with 255 users simultaneously, and supports contains more RAM and storage capacity and other features. Right. We will continue in next class.